basically platform soundtrack.
Can this go on the B-roll?
Thanks for joining us for our latest episode of What Makes You Click. I'm Shannon Smith, Client Optimization Manager here at ClickBank, and today I'm joined by somebody who started off organizing 80s nights, which we've already decided nobody can say no to an 80s night, and has worked his way into the digital world and now is the proud owner of a beef stick company, which does not only beef sticks, we'll get into all the products, but 100% grass-fed, natural, and really, really good for you. So we're super happy to have Matt Smith with us today.
Thanks to be here. It's good to be here.
Yeah.
And thanks for the intro. That was amazing.
Oh.
We did talk about 80s nights and how amazing they are. Nobody can say no to those.
So how does one go from organizing 80s nights into becoming a digital, well, not digital, but physical entrepreneur with beef sticks and all those
seamless transition, right?
I'm sure.
Seamless.
I'm
Who
sure.
hasn't run an 80s night and then started going into beef sticks and supplements?
Yeah.
I think when I ran the nightclubs, it was a pretty good intro into marketing and guerrilla marketing and really hustling and understanding how to actually have a product that people wanted, whether it be a night that people wanted to go to or an actual physical product. The transition was kind of the same, right? You really had to understand what people needed and to offer that. So when I got into the beef sticks, we initially had started our physical product company through Paleovalley, and that was digital. It was I was writing a bunch of recipes, wrote like 8 or so recipe books, and then we started realizing, wow, like so many people out there can do recipe books. Like, what's something that could make this make our company a little bit more proprietary? And so for us, that was, let's get into physical products. So it was a kind of a seamless transition. So I understood the marketing back from the club nights and stuff like that, and being a little booze hound, to then getting into more of the healthy niche and understanding, okay, well, to really expand our business, we're going to need to expand our product suite, and we need to do it proprietary where people cannot just replicate products immediately, which gives us a little bit of A, job security, but B, products that we actually believe in and that we want to push to market.
Awesome. So you own Paleovalley.
Correct.
Tell us about how your products are unique. What makes them unique and different from, other beef sticks?
Sure. So as far as the beef sticks, when we first started out, we realized that a lot of the people were cutting corners in the health industry, and that was something that was so foreign to me. I just thought, why would anybody do this? Just take the extra work involved into making.
They were watering down their liquor?
So much so, which is such a no-no. You know what I'm saying? I'm just kidding. But yeah, I would say, the thing that we wanted to do was make sure that all the products that we had were created with the end user in mind. So created in a way where we really did care about what ingredients were going in each product, how the manufacturing was going through all the way to create the product. So one thing we noticed when we were doing some market research, and we're like, okay, well, we have all these recipe books. How can we create something that's a little more different? Okay, well, let's create beef sticks. And then we started looking at the other beef sticks on the market that were grass-fed, grass-finished, and we started noticing the one trend that they all had was that they were using encapsulated citric acid, which is derived from your GMO corn, soy, black mold that they're putting in there to preserve the beef. So the workaround for that, the only other way to preserve meat, is through the natural use of fermentation. So think old world style German sausages. We hang them up in cold smokers. Because we do that, the processing, it takes longer, but we can yield about 1 billion CFU of probiotics per stick. So not only is it a healthy snack that maybe moms want to give their kids, or that CrossFitters want to grab on the go to the way to the gym and have a healthy, high protein snack, but it also has more of a supplement angle involved as well. So they're getting some good health, gut health, in addition to a healthy, satiating snack.
And they're delicious, honestly.
Thank you for that. Okay.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
You guys have been lovely enough to send us some samples sometimes.
We have to. I need to send you guys some more. I hear
truly
that you
really
guys
good.
go through them too quickly. So.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Cool.
So how did you decide to use ClickBank as a place to offer these beef sticks?
Yeah, sure. So we had been using ClickBank for, I think now it's been over 10 years, and we had started initially in the digital space. Doing singing lessons and stuff. Like it's random. We have the largest online singing website in the world, and nobody really knows that. But anyways, it got us.
Do you kill it at karaoke?
kill it. Yeah, I know. What's your favorite karaoke song? What do you do?
Late December back in '63, Billy Joel.
Okay,
Yeah.
good stuff. Yeah, I can get behind that.
We'll do that later.
I know, right? But yeah, it's been a interesting process transitioning into the physical space. But I think you know, again, we really try and put out health conscious products that prioritize the end user above, you know, any monetary value. So we really look out for other people.
Cool. So one of the things that I know that you guys do is that you like to be part of other vendors' upsell flows.
Sure.
Can you talk a little bit about what that does for your business and what it can do for the businesses of other vendors? Yeah,
absolutely. So I think that's where people don't utilize ClickBank well enough, and that's something that I tried to really try and figure out, pride myself on, how can we make this happen. You know, ClickBank has a built-in affiliate platform that's unlike anything out there that I've seen. And so one of the benefits is to tap into that with your reps and understand, okay, well, if we have X product, who are the types of people that we can align with to start utilizing upsells? Because ideally, every marketer, they want to, you know, buy more. So they want their people to order more frequently, whether that be on auto ship. They also need better products to complete their average order value. So throughout the funnel, you're trying to constantly increase this value. That obviously helps the marketers who do ad spend, essentially. So where we come in with ClickBank is, okay, well, we have this massive list of influencers, of other companies that we can work with. How can we utilize that? They might not have, you know, physical products. So they might be an affiliate on ClickBank that deals only with digital. And so let's say that someone has a back course like we had talked about. And so they're teaching someone how to correct their posture, to do exercises and videos and go through how do you fix this. And sometimes it does come down to, obviously, to dieting. And so that's where we come in and we can say like, hey, well, we have this turmeric product. It's all whole food based because that's all that we do is whole food based products that contain 0 anti-inflammatory ingredients. So let's put our product there at the end of their funnel where they can increase their average order value. And in turn, then they can go out and get more customers and make a commission off of that. So if you're trying to if you're on ClickBank and you're trying to boost your average order value, really dive into the marketplace and see what are some ancillary products that make sense to put into your funnel. And reach out to these guys. They're a wealth of knowledge, and they have everything in place to be able to help you out. So that's essentially what we're trying to do with Paleovalley. Like, how can we team up with you guys? As our affiliate platform and put products in place that make sense for the company that we want to work with, and hopefully that's a huge win-win for us, and the customers are happy by the end of that.
Totally. That's great. So you mentioned that you have other products. So why don't you just give a little rundown? Like, it's not, Paleovalley isn't just beef sticks.
It's not just beef sticks. We are rapidly growing and expanding our product line. So we do have the beef sticks, which come in 5 flavors. So strap in, here it comes. We have our original beef sticks, our jalapeno, our summer sausage, our garlic summer sausage, and our new flavors are teriyaki. We have a couple other products that we're trying to put out that are different flavors of sticks, like a buffalo chicken, a pork, a breakfast sausage pork. We also do a pasture-raised turkey stick. Most people haven't actually had pasture-raised turkey. They've had cage-free, which is kind of a misnomer of how they're actually, manufactured and how the animals are taken care for. So again, we try and deal with the healthiest of the animals that are out there, make sure that they're pasture-raised, they're grazing on a natural diet of what they want. And so we have our original turkey sticks, our cranberry orange. And then we started getting into the supplement line of things as well, and doing whole food-based supplements that are low heat processed. So when you're manufacturing supplements, it's important to keep those nutrients and vitamins intact, and you do that with low heat processing. And that's essentially what we do. We don't add fillers, flow agents, or anything like that. We use ultra low heat processing to make sure that the macros are there as much as possible for people. So we have our organ complex, which contains beef liver, kidney, and heart. And again,
Thank goodness, because I don't want to eat those.
No, nobody really does. They're pretty off-putting.
Some people, the Europeans
Our
do.
generation didn't really go through that, especially in the United States. We weren't born on eating liver and onions. My dad told my mom when they got married, he's like, I will tell you, I will eat anything, but do not cook me one thing, and it was liver and onions. And here I am, his son, and I'm just giving people liver pills. So yeah, we have that. We have an essential C complex, which is the highest RDI of vitamin C on the market currently, and that is all from whole foods. So it's a full spectrum vitamin C when most people are just using ascorbic acid. So again, every product we have is pretty proprietary. There's a different slant to it that makes it unique. And then we had just launched our apple cider vinegar complex for gut health, your blood stabilization, fat loss product. And then we have a turmeric complex as well, which we make pretty bioavailable by the use of other ingredients like cloves and black pepper. So really to get the inflammation and joint pain down. So if you're on ClickBank and you need these types of things and you're wondering where you can get a product, hit us up. We got you.
So if they do want to hit you up, what's a good place to find you?
Sure. You can just hit us up at either affiliates@paleovalley.com or matt@paleovalley.com.
Cool. And your website is?
Paleovalley.com. Nice. Very nice.
Sweet.
Cool.
So I'm sure that the journey has not been easy. There's always speed bumps and roadblocks sometimes. What is one of your biggest challenges that you wish you had known more about that you can share with our viewers to kind of help them if they're interested in growing a physical product?
Yeah,
company?
we've never hit a roadblock. It's amazing. No,
Smooth
just
sailing.
kidding. We hit so many. I think for us, understanding when people are going from digital, the world of digital, to the world of physical product, well, they immediately think of retail, and that's a whole different animal. But I think the understanding is you have to really have a grip on your numbers. You have to understanding where your cash flow is going, because digital product, you have unlimited inventory. And so that's great. Everything you make is pretty much profit minus your expenses, which don't have to do with inventory or anything. So you have to understand, how can we grow with intention? A lot of people will just, do a product, a physical product, and they'll reach out to some people, hey, can you promote this stuff? And then it completely sells them out, and then they're out for months. They can't find reorder points fast enough. So it really does put a damper on your business. So I think growing with intention and scaling with intention is something I really think people that are getting into this physical space, you really need to be mindful of. Because it could be a detriment. It could cost your business if you don't understand where it's going and how to project for that.
Yeah, the numbers get really important when you have actual costs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And timing. A lot of times people will run out. Something's really popular and they run out of inventory.
Yeah, you got to understand. Like if you have multiple products too, and you're pushing a certain one on, via your email list, like maybe look at your inventory and say, hey, why don't we run a sale through this product? Let's get rid of this. Take the cash. We can reorder. So it's understanding, where your finances are and how you can kind of manipulate these to be where you need. So you can, you don't have a supply chain issue, and you don't have an issue getting cash flow back to your advertising agencies or anything like that.
Yeah. So speaking of advertising agencies, what kind of traffic do you guys use in order to get people to your website?
Yeah. So currently with Paleovalley, we use a lot of Facebook ads, I would say, and that's probably most of the people out there that are running Facebook ads. We do a little bit of YouTube as well, so we started diving into that, which has been a huge help, right? I think where marketers go wrong is they find one avenue that works and they just solely rely on that. And I think you can do that to a degree, but solely rely on that until you figure it out. But start putting money and start putting processes in place in other ways. You could run all the traffic you want on Google, but if they have an algorithm change, and you're running solely SEO or something like that, they could cut your traffic by 70%, and then what are you left with? So understanding how to control your own traffic is huge, and understanding where is that traffic located, where are they? Like how can we tap into that and then start bringing them all in? And through there, you can start finding other markets and kind of figuring out, okay, well, these are the trigger points that work. These are where these people are hanging out. So let's find either the agencies or the experts in place and continue building out until you can blanket across a whole bunch and really dial in what's profitable for you.
Yeah, and I like what you mean when you talk about diversification of traffic.
Yeah, it's important.
And affiliates can be one of those
Affiliates
channels.
are a huge thing, yeah. That's why we're here, because ClickBank, they have a huge affiliate database that we want to tap into. And again, I've been working with you guys for about a decade. now, so I love it, and it's just trying to figure out, okay, what's the best way to work with ClickBank? Because I'm sure if you have a digital product, physical, every single person that's out there watching this is probably like, well, I'm not really sure. So dive in and figure out what works for you. Talk to other people who have successful businesses on ClickBank and see like what's working for them. Maybe they have a similar business, but it's not competing, and figure it out. Take them out to lunch. Figure out what works, because that's important.
Can we talk a little bit about the future and what you guys are doing? I know you have some exciting stuff happening.
Sure. Yeah. What would you like to know about Paleovalley or just everything?
The bars.
Oh, okay. So we do have our bars coming out. So this is a big thing that we were telling the whole staff about when we were talking earlier. So we did, through a lot of trial and research and headache, we had tried to manufacture our own bars. And when we first had started Paleovalley, we really launched in tandem our beef sticks and our superfood bars. And then slowly we began to realize that that wasn't scalable due to mainly the manufacturing from the people that were running our bar line. So what we did was eventually, after years, we realized, wow, other people are having major issues with this too. So it wasn't just us. We had a whole bunch of friends that were in other companies that were trying to manufacture their own bars to no avail, and they were giving us the same runaround like, yeah, people just wouldn't get back to us fast enough. I'm pretty sure these manufacturers are allergic to money and phone calls. And so we decided, okay, well, this is just like anything else that we do. There's a hole in the market. Let's fix this, and let's use it for our own gain as well as the gain of other people out there. So bought a bar line from China, had it shipped over, and been getting that all set up so that we can manufacture them to scale and do it in a quick enough turnaround. And so I know there's people out there that probably have the same problem, or they're trying to figure out, how do I get a physical product? Where would I start? It might be bars, And so if you're out there and you see this and you're wondering, I'm trying to get some bars done, reach out to us. We have Better Bar Co., and we're trying to link up as many people on ClickBank that might need to add some products to their product suite. We can definitely help you with that, because we've been there. We know the headaches, and we are ingredient snobs, as we've been labeled, which I love. So thanks, Allison, for telling me that. I love it. So yeah, we want to help people as much as possible, and we know that that's a huge headache. So however we can alleviate the pain for people where they can improve their business and they can start scaling, it might be through something like that. So
awesome.
Yeah.
So what were the other things?
So one of the other things we have is Wild Pastures. So Wild Pastures is our sustainable meat delivery service. So what we do is, because we have the beef sticks, we had
cows.
Yes, we had cows, right? So we understood how to use regenerative agriculture, how to use the methods of Temple Grandin. If you've never seen that on HBO, watch the Temple Grandin documentary. Okay. It's how to basically have a sustainable regenerative agricultural system that not only can reduce carbon in the atmosphere, because what happens is, you have cows that graze year-round, and they can, tear up the topsoil, which makes it easier for the grass to grow, which then can pull the carbon out of the atmosphere, because basically grass is like little straws, and they pull the carbon down. So whenever we're doing fossil fuels, it's releasing that in the atmosphere. So they started doing studies on how we can change that, and regenerative agriculture is a huge part of that change in the most positive way. So I think there's only about 5 to 10% of farmers in the United States currently that are using these practices of rotational grazing, which is mimicking nature. So the cows graze, and the pigs come and they fertilize, and then the chickens come and eat the grubs, and then they keep rotating these animals so that grass can continually grow throughout the pasture. So we are using these types of animals, and then we're basically connecting the farmers directly to the consumer without the middleman. So we're just kind of circumventing that, I would say. So what we want to do is create the healthiest meats for the cheapest possible prices, because if you talk to anybody, the biggest hang up really with eating healthy is that it's expensive. And that totally makes sense, right? Because nobody's come in and kind of figured out the solution to this as well as they could. So, like other companies that might do meat delivery services, they ship their meat from Australia halfway across the world, and then they're step 1, step 2 chicken, and So we want to deal with only like the step 4, step 5 chickens, all that's based in the United States, that's rotationally grazed. It's a co-op of family-run farms, all with the same philosophy as us. And so we launched in the Denver area, so everywhere 2-day shipping around there, and then we're slowly starting to rotate around the country, add more hubs. I think the next one we're adding is in Phoenix, so we can get through California and kind of deliver all these. So our goal really is in the next year or so to have them around the country, and we can deliver to anybody, so cheaper prices than you would get at the supermarket, but for higher quality meats.
Wow.
Whether it be chicken, pork, beef. I think we're going to add turkey and lamb, and then we also do some wild Atlantic salmon as well.
Awesome.
So yeah, that's the goal.
That sounds really good. So how do people find out more about that one?
So they can go to wildpastures.com for that one and check out the different boxes that we have. Really read like the mission behind it and understand what we're about and why it's so important. At this point in life to kind of get behind things with a mission and that have some good quality control and that are completely nuts like us.
Completely nuts. Organic nuts, though.
Organically nuts, yeah.
Yes, definitely. Non-GMO organic
right?
nuts.
I like that,
totally,
yeah.
Totally. Sounds good. Awesome. Is there anything else that you want to share today?
Man, I think that's probably it. But I think I would say we're probably all in this for somewhat of the same reason. So I know you guys. I've seen this before. I know you guys like to ask what makes you click, and so.
I have to ask it to you, though.
Okay, ready? I'm gonna ask it. I'm gonna ask it to myself. What makes me click? Is that okay? I know. Go ahead, ask it. I don't want to steal your thunder.
Matt.
Yes.
What makes
Shannon?
you click?
What makes me click? So I do know that Robbie. What's up, Robbie? He had said this before, but freedom, I think, is
Robbie Blanchard.
Robbie
here?
Blanchard.
Yeah.
Love that guy. He's awesome. I would say most people have that philosophy, whether they know it or not, is that we're really in it for freedom. We're in it to not only solve problems for people, right? Because if you have an info product, you're solving an issue. The bigger that issue is, the more money you're going to make, but also the more freedom you're going to have. As you put systems and people in place and replace yourself and remove yourself, you're getting more time back into your life. And so the big thing is, how can we create more of like a company that is automated, the systems are in place, the people are completely trusted, so you can remove yourself from that business. You can have all the time that you need that you would have been spent grinding.
Robbie takes naps.
Good job, Robbie. Yeah, I'm down. I'm down for that. Naps sound great. So yeah, I think for everybody, it probably comes down to freedom, whether it's financial freedom, whether it's the freedom of time to spend with your family, to do what you love, to travel, all things I love. So that's what I would say what drives me the most is solving these problems, doing it in the best way possible for the greater good, but having the freedom to kind of do what you want and to make what you want in this life.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Of course.
Thank you for coming in and for all of the beef sticks that we've had in the past and more to come.
I got more coming your way for
I'll
sure.
I'll definitely check out the meat too. That sounds like a great one.
Wild Pastures is great stuff.
Yeah. And thank you for being such a great partner.
Of course, of course. Well, thank you
appreciate
for
you.
everything that you guys do. It makes it possible for people to come in and just create an amazing business kind of on the fly and live their best life. So.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks so much to you for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe.